3D art, it's literally everywhere. From your favorite video games, movies, to 3D printing, and so much more. But how do we go from low poly janky characters to hyper-realistic skin pores and ray-traced reflections in video games? Every 3D model, whether it's the infamous lamp that's been done to death or a hyper-realistic humanoid sculpt, artists start with these little guys, primitives. Cubes, spheres, cylinders, cones, the fundamentals of 3D shapes. You scale them, squish them, combine them, and before you know it, you've blocked out the base of whatever you're making. Same way 2D artists sketch with circles and lines, this is our version of that. And can we talk about cones for a second? Like, has anyone actually used the cones for anything besides basic pinecone trees or Christmas trees? If you've ever built anything insane with a cone, let me know. I need to know you exist. Also, shout out to programmers. Every one of these primitives had to be coded manually. So the next time you delete the default cube every time you make a new project, thank a programmer. Now let's say you've built a model. You're not done. There's still a long way to go. It's got to go through the pipeline. Think of it as an actual sculpture. You mold it, you paint it, prime it, and final coat. First, there's modeling, shaping your object or character. Then comes texturing. This is where you paint in all the details: skin, rust, fabric, dirt. After that comes rigging. Honestly, massive respect to anyone that rigs, because holy, it can be fun, but for most, not so much. And the worst part, you're crucial to the pipeline. Make a shitty rig, have animators come at you with pitchforks. Then comes animation. This is where artists keyframe animations and clean up motion captured ones. These are the artists that bring your model to life. Finally, lighting and compositing, one of my favorites, because to bring those animations to life, you gotta light it. Else, you'll just have a flat image that isn't fun. Maybe with some exceptions, but for the most part. Lighting can honestly break or make your image. Have a bad model or textures, lighting can probably make that asset significantly better than what it actually is. It's kinda insane. And if you do have an insane model with some complex details, bad lighting can really kill it. Every model you've seen in games, it went through this process. Also remember how we talked about rigging, how animators hate bad rigs? Meanwhile, in game dev land, the original Crash Bandicoot, they animated him by literally moving individual vertices by hand. No bones, no rigs, just straight pain. We eventually got the rigging system. Best way to describe rigging is when you have those action figures and you rotate the limbs to pose them. I mean, there's so much more to it, but it boils down to that. 3D in games has evolved rapidly. Like, we went from pre-rendered backgrounds with a fixed camera to photorealistic forests that you can walk around. Early shooters like Doom, not even true 3D. It was 2.5D, where the game tricks your brain using sprites and fake depth. Cool at the time, but not really scalable. Finally, actual 3D models. We were deep in texture warping, floating heads, and characters who looked like they were held by chewing gum. Still, it was revolutionary. Suddenly, worlds were explorable. You weren't just looking at a level, you were in it. This is where things got real. We're talking real-time lighting, normal maps for fake detail, better animation rigs, and water sorta rippled. Artists were pushing boundaries. Shadow of the Colossus gave us vast, lonely landscapes, and Okami turned the whole screen into a living ink painting. Then came the HD era. The PS3, Xbox 360 were now flexing polygon counts and lighting tech. Shaders made everything shinier, and fog wasn't the only thing you saw in the distance. It was just vibes. This is where 3D art started merging with film. You had cinematics that blended seamlessly into gameplay. Uncharted, Crysis, Dead Space. These games looked like they belonged in a movie. These games looked like they belonged on a movie screen for its time. Fast forward now with the PS4 and PS5, we have subsurface scattering, photogrammetry, hair and cloth sims that flutters and folds naturally, procedural generations of entire worlds, and lighting systems that were so dynamic they could react to every single candle. Like, a single rock has more geometry than an entire PS1 level. But here's the thing, more detail doesn't automatically mean better. It's about how it's used. Indie titles were picking up at this time. We got indie gems like Inside, Hollow Knight, Hades, and more. Simple visuals, but hit hard with emotions, and that art direction was so tight. That's what really changed 3D. It went from being a technical flex to a storytelling tool, and all while running at a smooth 60 FPS. At least most of the times, modern gaming. Today, 3D art is moving in two fascinating directions. one chasing reality and the other chasing style. On the realism side, you've got ray tracing. This simulates lights bouncing off of objects, reflecting on surfaces, and casting soft shadow, all in real time. Engines like Unreal Engine 5 come loaded with tech like Lumen and Nanite, which means massive, high-resolution environments and dynamic lighting at scale. You can sculpt a rock, throw it into a level, and see how the shadows shift in real time. That's a game changer, literally. Games like Hades 2, Hi-Fi Rush, or Genshin Impact lean into painterly or cel-shaded looks. These styles don't chase realism. They create a distinct identity that can be played for years to come without looking dated. And let's not forget AI tools. I mean, they're helping generate base textures, automatically rigging, assist with lighting passes. Yeah, because that's gonna make for a better art direction. I mean, yeah, it's great. No, yeah, this is good, right? So whether you're into hyper-realistic gunmetal shaders or this neon pink low poly vibes, 3D art has the space for both, and that's kind of awesome. Whether you're sculpting an insanely high detail monster or making a donut, 3D is kind of a miracle. It's part logic, part creativity, and part just trial and error until it works. Behind every cool render or game character is someone who wrestled with lighting bugs at 2 a.m. Someone who textured rust until it looked just right. Got a weird fact about 3D? Your favorite art style? A cone-powered masterpiece? Drop it below. Let's just nerd out. Thank you for watching.